The goal of this meditative path is not to just polish everything and make it appear shinier, right? So that's an option for you. If you want to perceive something that happened to you differently, you can, but you don't always need to. Like, the way to think about these teachings is you have a variety of tools that you can use. So I find when people are going through something like heartbreak, which, by the way, is one of the best things that can happen to anyone, because they can really force you to evolve and change. And we all need evolution. You could argue that that's the reason we're here as human beings, is to evolve and grow. Right? So one of the best kind of strategies to use during a period of suffering is to feel the feelings. Something you can do is actually learn to open your heart to feel the feelings. You can even allow the feelings to wash over you, to overflow. You can imagine like you're breathing in the feelings. Let's say it's depression. You can invite the depression into your airways, into your lungs. And rather than seeing it as toxic, you can see it as something to be felt. So there's a great quote from a teacher named Pema Chodron, where she says, feel the feelings, drop the story. Feel the feelings, drop the story. So the problem is the story, the narrative that's going on in your mind. And there's usually a lot of storytelling going on in your mind when you're going through something like this. But those stories are not to be trusted. As the mind shifts, as the way you feel shifts, the narratives will shift as well. There's another addition to that teaching, which is go into the body. So go into the body, feel the feelings, drop the story. There are physical echoes of whatever it is that you're feeling mentally. And focusing on that can be very, very helpful. It can help you drop the story. Yeah, and I also just want to say, like, I feel for you. I think it's important and helpful to know that all of us, if we've lived a decent life, we've gone through heartbreak. I've been through it a number of times, and it's devastating every single time. And I've even been someone where it's like, even after years of relationship experience and all kinds of experiences with girls, I'll still have another heartbreak. And that sucks, you know? But I do think that every single time it happened, there was an important reason and there was a lesson. I mean, it was those moments of my life were some of the best gifts that I've ever experienced. I'm not saying I want to go back and feel that again, right? But there was so much rich substance and material for me to learn in those moments of life. They've taught me more than any college degree, any job. Like, I can literally go back to every breakup and say that I learned more from that breakup than, years of time not being in heartbreak. So I think in time you'll start to see it that way. And for now, in closing, I'll say you can revere those feelings and honor those feelings. Like, honor the heartbreak, honor the suffering. Don't be too quick to want it to go away. Don't get attached to it. Don't identify with the depression and label yourself as a depressive person, right? But honor those feelings and honor the story of your life. You are the hero in your own life. And every movie I've ever seen, whether it's Marvel or Lord of the Rings, whatever, what makes me identify with the hero more, empathize with the hero, love the hero, is the period of suffering that he or she is going through, right? And when you're watching a movie, you know that the adversity is going to make for a better hero. But in your own life, it doesn't feel that way, right? But it's the same thing. If whoever it is that you want to be, whether it's a hero, a businessman, a businesswoman, whatever, just know that some measure of adversity is required for you to get there. And that's what this is for you. This is the part in the movie where the hero is down on his luck and he's hit the worst point, right? In life, things come together and they fall apart. They come together and they fall apart. And there's enough room in your heart for heartbreak, for grief, for triumph, for victory, for joy. There's an infinite amount of space in the heart for all these things. So one of the things that you can learn is how to feel the spaciousness of the heart. And when you can relax with something like heartbreak, you start to become fearless, right? Like, I'm sure you want to be fearless. We all want fearlessness, but fearlessness does not come from preventing things like heartbreak. Because in order to prevent something like heartbreak, you have to prevent falling in love, right? Fearlessness comes from knowing that you have enough space in your heart for the entire spectrum of human emotionality and to be comfortable with that. So this is a vital step in you reaching your heroism and your fearlessness.